utilities. Starting off with, excuse me, NRG Energy. Look, we're in a squeeze. I'm glad that we get to see some of these squeeze, so you can kind of understand what it is. Now, if you remember, if you watch some of the very first videos, they're there as well. But it's probably about 4 months that I didn't have them there. Dividend came out. Yep. Earnings on the 4th. I kind of want to stay away from this, right? I want to stay away until after earnings. Now, I'm not saying, because we just reached the high on August 26th. Now, September, the whole market dumped. But since then, you know, we had a whole month of October. We're not in October anymore. We're in November. November 1st is today. So, you know, 2 months of kind of negativity, nastiness. Again, that's why I like to just kind of wait to see what happens on earnings. Now, if we hold this 618 right here, the 39.75 going into earnings, I don't know. Leave it alone until after earnings. That's the best thing I can say. DUK Energy, a little bit dookie. Earnings coming up on the 4th, which is 3 days from now. We were looking pretty good, but this last week kind of looked not quite as lovely, right? Now, this could be our new low, right? Because, you know, made a high, down to a low, didn't break out, but then made a, you know, triple bottom to a pop. Again, with this one, I kind of wait until after earnings. I don't see anything wrong with DUK Energy. Do I see us eventually coming up to here? Because, you know, look at our last earnings. Our last earnings, we kind of, you know, fizzled, but then right after we hit our high, and then since then we kind of just been nasty. So yeah, I would just, you know, pay attention, be careful, pay attention. I remember way back here in May when we had these few pops and drops. That was on earning day as well, so it could get pretty volatile on earnings. So just keep that in mind. And I am looking for us to try to at least test that 108 area. Now, whether if we have strong earnings or weak earnings, we'll have to wait. I'm not 100% sure. DTE earnings, we did not beat. We came in short. Yeah, I kind of stay away from it. We're getting into a squeeze. However, we are finding some support at a support area. So if you were super highly aggressive, then, you know, that would be your area to buy, right? Like right here would be, you know, your area with a well-defined exit, which would be below this area. However, I am not aggressive, but it is doing exactly what you want. Low, lower low, higher, or here's your low, low, a little higher low, higher high, even higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, a flush out, makes sense. Found the support, which is, you know, right here, which isn't that bad because we just flushed everybody out from the most shortest term of buyers. Flush them all out, find some support, take us higher. MSEX water. We are riding the wave. You see how we are holding this trend line? Hopefully you guys built your own trend line and you've been using that as a reference. It's working quite well. It's coming to the point where either we are going to break the trend line to the downside, or we are going to break out, and we're going to break out of that 110. This was our earnings. We did not beat on earnings. Once again, we did not beat earnings. But we have been in this squeeze for quite some time, and the momentum is telling us that it's going to break higher. Just be very careful. The volume was lackluster. Not very many people cared. And we did not beat on earnings, so just keep that in mind. Be careful. BEP, Brookfield. We are already in Brookfield, so we don't need to re-enter. We have the 40s. This is a beautiful last 2 days. It's broken out. It came back on Friday to support, which is, I mean, looking lovely, and found some footing and kept going. The earnings on this comes out on 11/5. So that's this week on Friday. If they bust on earnings, then look for us to kind of come back down into this area around 39 to maybe even the 37 area. But if they have decent earnings, then look for the pop, right? And when it looks like this, our next target would be 40.88. If we can hold that 40.88, which is also the high, like the 100% move from way over here, right? We can hold that 40.88, which is also the 786 of this temporary move. Then target eventually would be the breakout of the 41.77. Let's bring ourselves back a little bit, kind of see and okay. So we have the potential to make it all the way up to our 49. Now I'm not saying it's going to happen this week because we have quite a few hurdles to get past before, but just keep that in mind. We had a negative earning, positive earning, negative earning. Friday would be our earning for this quarter. So just keep that in mind. When we had a positive earning, it dropped and then popped, right? And this is 3 for 2. Yeah, where the stock split way back in, this is last year. And I didn't see that. Probably wouldn't have got it. However, it's okay. Sonova. Chevy Nova, baby. Well, no, it's Sonova, but I like to say Chevy Nova. Look at that. It is even worse, but hey, we're popping. Now, don't forget, this has a lot to do with Mr. Tesla, right? If Tesla pops, they pop. Why? Because they're invested with Tesla. They are they use all the Tesla batteries in order to or store the energy it collects from the sun. So again, I really enjoy their technology. I really enjoy this company. Now that Tesla is at a magnified high, it should help out Sonova a little bit, and more turn into green should also help Sonova. So, but would I buy it right here? I would like to see it kind of come back down to the 40 and then buy it on that for the breakout of the 46 up to 48. It's just a little extended at the moment. AES had dividends. It popped. Ugh, looking ugly. But we just hit like a nice resistance. When are dividends? Dividends are today. Yeah. I'm holding this for the dividend, and today I get to sell. Woohoo! Okay, our earnings are on the 4th. I would prefer to just wait till the 4th to kind of see what's going on. Ida Corp. How do we do? We did not beat on earnings. Our dividends on the 4th. But look, this is a squeeze that's saying that it wants to pop and it wants to go higher. It's like, yeah, I want to go. Right? So just keep that in mind. If it pops, we should hit the 107 with the momentum to hopefully get us past that 110 area, which is the high. Just keep in mind, we have dividends coming out pretty soon, which is on the 4th. So the 4th, look for a negative day. American Water. Earnings coming out on the 2nd, so it's tomorrow. I like AWK. I really do. I like it all. I like everything about it. It doesn't trade very much, right? Less than $1 million. However, I would like to hold it, wait until next week. We got earnings tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Dividends coming out on the 9th next week. Last but definitely not least, how did we do? We beat. Da-da-da-dun. Republic Services beat. Look at that pop. That is wow. We went all the way from basically a 15-point jump. Man, and I didn't catch any of that. That sucks. Basically the target, right? But now we're way down here, 134. Beautiful. Beautiful. It goes on the list, baby. RSG. RSG. We beat on earnings. We popped. I love this because now what this did, I'm frustrated I didn't catch it. However, what this did is it gave us oomph, right? Now we know that it's going to go to 145. Now, I may not get it tomorrow, right? But it is on the list that I enjoy. Let's find some footing and then get it, and next target 154.